Have you ever felt lost, angry, alone, anxious, and stressed about life? Most men have at some point in their lives. Sometimes it becomes your daily existence, and that's when you know you have to do something about it before your entire life is consumed by negative thoughts and behaviors. As a high-value man, you know that it's up to you to take responsibility for your one precious life. Often, boys are brought up without being told what they should pursue in life. This leads to them getting into addictions, negative ways of thinking about themselves, women, and societies, and a feeling of hopelessness as they become men. While women tend to be more agreeable with their roles and expectations of nurturing and caretaking, men are generally disagreeable by nature. However, society tries to drum this out to men by dictating how they should act in society, what profession or career they should embark on, what religion they should follow, and what their roles growing up should be. This leads to many men feeling lost and isolated in their lives. In order to get out of the implicit restrictions that society places, men need to realize that they need to take more responsibility to find purpose in their lives. In order to do this, they have to decide on something that is hard and carry it through to completion so they can build their confidence and self-respect. The important thing here is that they have a choice in what they decide to do, and that what they decide on should be hard to do and ideally benefit themselves and society. When men don't take responsibility, they become weak men who are addicted to base instincts. As Jordan Peterson put it, the alternative to valued responsibility is impulsive, low-class pleasure. In this video, we cover 10 of the most common reasons why you're feeling lost in life and what you can do to be an elite man. 10. Finding purpose. One of the most important choices that any man will make is to discover their purpose in life. Men must realize that the journey of finding their purpose never ends, and they must learn to continue to hone their purpose as they proceed through life. When they don't discover their purpose and instead are led by the whims of society, men tend to get very bored, sick, and depressed with life. This often leads to an opiate epidemic or substance addiction among men, especially those that are unemployed and middle-aged. In order to be a high-value man, you have to grow up and do something useful with your life. 9. Guard against hopelessness. Life is ripe for a crisis when men feel there's no room for growth or change. They start to question their lifestyle and begin to have remorse, guilt, and regret over whether they have made the right choices. They start having imposter syndrome, and their life feels dull, meaningless, and inauthentic. To avoid this, men have to proactively take steps to break out of apathy and hopelessness by changing their environment and repurposing their mindset with positive thoughts, beliefs, and ideas. 8. Practicing self-awareness and self-mastery. When you start being honest about what you really think and feel and what makes you come alive, you are able to realize situations and people who are inauthentic in your life. All of the greatest men in the world have some form of introspection and gaining insight into their minds. For example, by journaling your thought processes, you can become more self-aware and master yourself and your world. Ralph Waldo Emerson put it, "Don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams." 7. Actively resist the status quo. Most men follow life's script like sheep. To be the best man you can be, you have to find your own definitions of what the meaning of your life is. Start by defining what each of these mean to you right now. Success, health, family, love, happiness, and pleasure. In what way do you want love? Who do you want to live with? How do you envision the next 1, 3, 5, and 10 years of your life? What are some non-negotiables for you? How will you change your current circumstances? Answer these questions to start making a positive shift. 6. You don't know what you don't know. Most men get stuck in a rut in their life and don't know how to get out. They get stuck in a particular type of thinking or the trap of consistency in their life. As a man, you need to continually redefine and improve yourself. This comes about by exposing yourself to new people, experiences, and media, like this channel. Use your imagination to the maximum extent possible, so that when you hear new ways of thinking, many ideas come to you on how you are able to live a better and different life than the one you're currently in. 5. Stop being ruled by fear. Men are often overcome by fear and anxiety. They fear what their partner, parents, children, or society will think if they choose a different path than has been laid out for them, or one that they had chosen earlier. They seek to please other people, even though most people have no idea what they're doing either. In order to overcome fear and self-doubt, stop comparing yourself to others and only use your own progress as a yardstick to improve. 4. Give yourself permission to love and be loved. Men are often given the idea that they need to hide or suppress their emotions and feelings in order to appear manly. This often ends up hurting them more because they are unable to express themselves fully. As a high-value man, seek to find people who you love and support, and that do the same for you. As Victor Hugo astutely said, the greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved, loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. 3. Set priorities and smart goals. Many men do not have clear priorities in life. They are like a leaf in the wind, letting themselves be blown around by the winds of fate. When you don't have clear priorities and goals, life and other people will dictate them to you. Men need to stand up and take charge of their life by determining what their priorities are and not letting other people override those priorities or walk over them. They can do this by emulating other high-value men who have taken a similar course in their life, or they can create entirely new paths. 2. Have a clear sense of self. Many men are unaware of how low or high their value is and have a distorted sense of themselves. High-value men never stop striving to be better. However, they also are aware that they are enough and self-sufficient in themselves. Having this duality of helping men achieve their purpose and missions in life, while at the same time being able to be grateful and content with where they are throughout the journey. A quote that summarizes this well by Matthew Arnold: "Resolve to be thyself, and know that he who finds himself loses his misery." 1. Eliminate toxic people and media. Men are often weighed down by negative people in their lives and the sources of toxic information that they consume. This leads them to think negative and self-defeating thoughts about themselves. In order to do this, men need to surround themselves with high-value people who uplift them and have a positive influence on their life. They specifically need to minimize interactions with people who are narcissistic, manipulative, demeaning, pessimistic, or generally negative. Elite men guard their mind, and this starts with the people they are around and the information they consume. Eckhart Tolle put it amazingly: "The mind is a superb instrument if used rightly. Used wrongly, however, it becomes very destructive." To put it more accurately, it is not so much that you use your mind wrongly. You usually don't use it at all. It uses you. All the things that truly matter, beauty, love, creativity, joy, inner peace, arise from beyond the mind. Addressing these 10 mistakes and areas of improvement will help you get unstuck from feeling lost in your life and give you a newfound sense of direction and purpose. And you will achieve what we're cheering for you to become: the highest value man that you can be. Which of the 10 points stood out the most to you? Comment below and like and subscribe to the channel.